My name is Lizette Perez-Deisboeck, and I am Battery Ventures General Counsel. I work with Battery on diligence for their investments, as well as on negotiating investment terms. I started practicing law many years ago, and I represented both big companies and very young companies. Some startups were not-for-profits, others were, two guys out of a garage who had just graduated and were trying to get their business going. And it was an interesting contrast because you're representing a public bank or a big investor at the same time as you're representing two people who are really sort of getting it off the ground. Founders are a lot more sophisticated now than they used to be. There's so much more access to information and resources. You can go online to Founders Workbench and download some documents. You can read and educate yourself. You can talk to peers. There's peer groups for founders and people who are starting companies. I think it helps and it hurts. Sometimes you have just too much information. I think good lawyers get along with entrepreneurs. We lawyers spend a lot of time trying to address risks and mitigate risks and limit risks. So I frankly think that good lawyers and lawyers who represent a lot of entrepreneurs generally have great admiration for founders, and as a result, they make good partners. I think it is important that founders understand the legal process. I don't think that they need to manage every step of it. The most important thing you should be really doing when you're starting your business is focusing on your business. In some cases, founders spend a lot of time focusing on the wrong things at the outset. And I think that sometimes founders are completely overwhelmed and distracted by the process that goes on, the legal process, if you will. And they really can't spend enough time on, frankly, running their business. And I think a good lawyer will take the process and manage it for you. I guess my biggest advice, in some ways, it's not necessarily legal advice, it's practical advice, which is don't sweat the details, but take care of the details so that you can devote all of your attention to building your business. I think there's something really special about starting something new. As lawyers, we're always trying to identify the risks, the problems, and entrepreneurs just look at it and really they just see only the opportunity. I would love to train myself to be able to be a successful entrepreneur.